So you have a closing coming up and you want to understand your promissory note. Hi, I'm Mark Stiles of Stiles Law down here at Studio B. And one of the most important documents that you're going to see during your refinance or purchase transaction is the promissory note. What is the promissory note? Well, this is the agreement between you and your lender. Your lender has agreed to lend you money to purchase a home, and you've agreed to pay that money back. So if you look at your promissory note, it starts out with your promise to pay. Your promise to pay, in this case, $545,000 to ABC Lending at an interest rate of 2.875. That is the interest that you'll pay back the $545,000. In Section 3, you'll see what your obligations of payment are. In this case, the first payment is due on September 1st, 2021. It's a 30-year loan, so the final payment will be due on August 1st, 2051. If you look below, you'll see what the amount due on that payment is. $2,261.16. Now, keep in mind that this is for the principal and interest only. If you have your lender paying both taxes and insurance, or mortgage insurance or flood insurance, so-called escrows, those will be in addition to this number listed on the note. The amount listed on the note is for the principal and interest only. What is your right to prepay? Well, if there is a prepayment penalty, and in Massachusetts, virtually no primary residents have prepayment penalties, but if you did have a prepayment penalty, that would be listed here. And on the second page, you'll see what happens if I don't pay. Well, the key is to pay on time. The amount is due on the first of every month, but there is a grace period, and you'll see on this note, there's a 3% penalty after the 15th day of the month. So again, the payment is due on the 1st, it's late on the 15th, there is a penalty associated with that late payment after the 15th, but what we always want to stress is never go past the 30th day. That is when your credit is damaged. Some other things that this contract will point out is when you're in default and how the lender has to notify you. You'll also see this so-called waivers. So if the lender does let you miss a payment, and doesn't default you, they haven't waived their right to default you in the future. But again, remember, your payment is due on the 1st and late on the 15th. This is the Fannie Mae form note. Most residential, primary residence, secondary homes, and even investment properties use this same note. Last thing we want to point out is the transfer provision. Your lender has qualified you to borrow this money, not somebody else. So if you do transfer the property, your new buyer cannot assume this loan and make payments on this note. They will need to get their own financing. Folks, I hope this was helpful. If it was, please share it with everyone and anyone. And we look forward to seeing you at the closing. Thank you and be well.